Hello,
People are talking
hello.
about Fox News being in Beaufort this morning. Mock wanted to kind of be there.
I know.
They
Yeah,
had
because
to
I
see
texted
Doocy.
Daisy about this last week. I was like, Steve Doocy's going to be at Blackstone Cafe right down on Bay Street. She's been on Bay Street. She knows where we're talking about.
It's a
And
cool
she was like, you
place.
should go. And I was like, I would, but we have a show. And I was
right
like, so I
in the
can't
middle
go.
of our show. His job is so cool now.
Oh my gosh, she just gets to go and see all the great
Like
places.
2-3 days a week, something like that. He just gets to go and have fun. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what a cool
And it's
job.
really cool. I'm going to watch it like after the fact, but it's really cool because Blackstone Cafe, they have this tradition where every single morning they recite the Pledge of Allegiance. And so that's what I'm sure they're talking about it or are going to be talking about it. Cutest little place in downtown Beaufort. Just so, so cute. So anyway, it's just neat. It's neat that he's there, right? Like
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. All right. So, yes, I know everybody is going to be like waiting with bated breath for us to talk about Jamie Lee Curtis's boobs.
Yes.
And we will. Okay. But first,
Totally.
I just saw this before we got on live. Britney Spears is unwell, you guys. And I just wanted to make sure that we're all still remembering
You've
how
always
wrong
worried
we
about her.
all were.
You've always worried about Britney.
Well, we were wrong. We should have let her dad continue to conservator her or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Because you guys, look at this.
Praying for another day in the middle in LA. No. I'm lighting up his hair because
What's
we both know
happening?
where I'm about to go. You know it very
What is she
well.
wearing? Oh my God.
I'm in 5 foot.
She should not be free, y'all.
Inside.
She should not be free.
I think we should unfree Britney.
Yeah.
Can we
gotta
start that
unfree her.
hashtag?
Somebody needs to clean her house and put some clothes on her.
I just don't know what's happening with that, but
Bad.
yowza.
Mhm.
And speaking of yowza, you guys, Jamie Lee Curtis. So there's a new, either like a Freaky Friday reboot or like
it
the
is.
second version of it. I don't know.
It is, yeah.
It's the reboot.
She and Lindsay Lohan are both in it.
Yeah.
It's some
And
sort
so
of
like
a
it's
remake kind of a thing, yeah.
or like Freaky Friday 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's out and it's doing very, very well. And so Jamie Lee Curtis put out a video to promote it. And no one can talk about the movie because everyone's talking about her boobs.
It's Jamie Lee Curtis. Come see Freakier Friday. The same level of nostalgia and joy.
And
I mean, do we need just to like freeze frame that for a second?
We do. We need
Because
to freeze frame it.
It's-
Listen, I none of my menopausal weight gain has gone to my boobs. None of it. But apparently this is happening for her. And you know what? Bravo. Bravo, Jamie
See,
Lee.
I disagree. I just feel like
It's too much? You think it's too
I
much?
feel like that those need to be put away.
Br-
Put away. I just don't think that they should be on
Contain the
full-
girls, Jamie Lee. Contain
It's
them.
just a lot. It's just a lot. Now listen, I'm just being catty and judgy, and like Jamie Lee Curtis is welcome to make a video saying Mock shouldn't wear braids. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like some people would say that I'm too old for that. That's fine, and you can have that opinion. But I'm just saying my opinion is that this is a lot, and it's a little too much.
I will
actually.
say, I do appreciate the fact that she has not effed with her face.
Fair. That is a very, and she actually has not effed with her boobs at all.
She
Like
hasn't
remember her
effed-
in like True Lies
and Perfect. Remember in the 80s?
Oh my
and
God.
in the 80s and 90s, she was the body, you guys.
Oh yeah, that they called her that.
She was the body, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so and now she's like the boobs.
I mean, now she's just got a
The
lot
boobs.
of. They're just out there, and they needed to be addressed, and so we've addressed
Yeah,
them.
happy Tuesday, everybody. We're here for you.
Also, since we're kicking off the show with some celebrity news, we have a clip from Chris Pratt's appearance on Bill Maher's show where he was talking about RFK and the big push to live healthier and the Maha push and all that. And he made a great point about how ridiculous TDS sufferers are because they cannot give credit to Trump even when there's like objectively good things happening.
Right.
So here is what he said about that.
for the most part, I wish him well, man. I hope there's certain things that he oversees that seem to be supported in a bipartisan way, like getting terrible toxic stuff out of our kids' food, I think that's
course.
a great thing. And so like just if you just do that, that's amazing. I'd hate to be so mired in hatred for the president that any success from his administration is something I'd have an allergic reaction to. To be like, oh, well, if they do it, I don't want it to happen. I'll I'll put Clorox in my children's cereal myself. It's like, come on, be reasonable here. There's certain things that would be a good thing to have. I want them all to be successful.
I mean, how is this hard?
Right. Well, normal adult people feel the same way that he does. And the people that don't are the same people that are like, yeah, I'll wear a mask outside.
Right.
I'll totally do that. So, I mean, pay attention to who those people are because they cray.
Yeah. Everybody just needs to calm
rational.
down.
It's so based. It's so completely based. So good for him for saying it out loud. I totally appreciate that. And we would appreciate it if you guys would check out BonCharge because they're awesome and they have that red light mask and you don't have to F with your face. You can just get one of those and you can get 15% off with code CHICKS. Get a glow up with the BonCharge red light face mask at boncharge.com. You can do that.
It's so great. I love mine.
I love
been
mine
using
too.
it a lot.
I know.
like it a lot.
She does like her 20-minute like lay down during the day.
My chill out. It's just like the best way to chill out. We received an email this morning that has to be read out loud to everyone. And the reason is because I got all weepy during it. You're probably going to get a little weepy.
Oh, no.
But it's like one of those emails that just gives you hope for the future. You know what I mean? It's like one of those kind of emails. So I made it embiggened so I can read it. It's a little long, but I swear to God, it's worth it. And there's some serious like throwback memories in this that is just going to make you like, oh my God. Okay. So without further ado, this is from Mia. And she writes, Dear Mock and Daisy, my name is Mia, and I am a longtime follower of the Chicks. I am 28 years old and have been listening since 2013 when I was 16 years old. I started becoming interested in politics after the Boston Marathon bombing in April of 2013. I was greatly impacted by the terror attack. Your coverage of the bombing on WIBC encouraged me to face my fears and push back on the ridiculous narratives being spun at my commie public high school. Particularly, your justifiable rage about the Rolling Stones magazine glorifying the terrorist on the front cover resonated with me. My late grandmother actually was the one who encouraged me to listen to your show and is the one who bought me your book. Your show was a bond we shared until her passing in 2022. I've listened to every show and podcast since 2013, and I now listen to your show every day as I work. Can you even?
I'm already getting weepy, right?
Oh my gosh. And there's even more. When I got to college, I made the naive mistake in thinking that because I went to a Catholic school, everyone would be conservative. Boy, was I wrong. LOL. I gained so much confidence from you both. You both helped me face my biggest fear, starting a conservative club on campus. I finally got involved with the Network of Enlightened Women. Go, Karen.
Love that.
And started a chapter on my campus. That club was where I met my lifelong best friends and got connected with conservative organizations. I introduced all my friends to your show, and as a way to relax after dealing with America-hating commies all day, we would go to my dorm room and rewatch old clips of yours. We particularly enjoyed your short videos grading the 2016 Republican primary debates.
Oh my
Do you remember
gosh, yes.
Oh my God. Mocking John Kasich's Fruit Ninja antics was a personal favorite of mine. You both were inspirations to all of us, especially the females, and several of us adopted words that you both made up and frequently use, such as sea hag and hose beast. We all still use those words, and they serve as the basis of many good text rants that we still have in our group chat.
I cannot.
I know. I remember your Facebook page being censored by Gleeborg 9, and so when our school... And when our school was trying to cancel our club, we channeled our inner Mock and Daisy and kept fighting. I'm so sorry for this book-length email. I never had the courage to send this email in the 12-plus years I've followed you both because I thought it would sound cheesy. I work as a research associate for a pro-life organization and credit a lot of my journey into conservative politics to you both. I see so much of your story in my life, how you both can respectfully disagree as conservatives and still be the best of friends, how you turn this crazy crazy and bat crap crazy political climate we live in into something joyful, and how you've made me realize that a crap load of common sense would really fix so many issues. But what really inspired me the most to email you both was your defense of Israel. I have watched so many people that I used to think of as relatively sane completely reject all Christian and conservative ideals they once purported to hold and turn into total anti-Semite hags that masquerade as truth tellers. I hate how we have completely forgotten, especially my generation, who conducted the 9/11 attacks, and that when people chant death to America, they really mean it. As a devout Catholic, I am truly dumbfounded by how other Catholics refuse to recognize that only one religion is tolerant of Christianity and would let us worship freely. And that would be, as you both say, the Jews. Again, I'm sorry for this ridiculously long email. I just really can't thank you both enough for all you've done for total strangers by just existing, being pioneers in conservative media, and being the OG Katie Millers the real ones know. Without knowing it, you both have inspired me in countless ways and in ways that molded the path my career and life have taken. It's easy now for me to be a conservative because I work with fellow conservatives, but it wasn't easy in college, and Mock's joyful spirit and Daisy's fierce defense of truth and justice both greatly informed how I approach not only politics but life. You both always say that you're nobodies in conservative media, but that is the furthest thing from the truth. You both are wonderful patriots, and I appreciate you both so much. Sincerely, a grateful follower of 12 years.
I just can't. I can't. I was starting to cry in the middle of that.
I know.
Because you know what? There are days, there are days where you're like, are we even making a difference? And that was the most remarkable letter.
I know. I cried when I read it this morning. So I had a leg up on you, obviously. I already got my tears out.
I know. Thank you so much for sending that. Like, God bless you for sending it. Because
Mia,
that was the sweetest, just the absolute sweetest. It's divine. Like, I truly believe that. I've said that a million times. I'll say it a million more. There's a reason that we met, and there's a reason that we do this. And there will continue to be. I'll get so weepy. So I'm just so glad y'all are here. And I'm so glad that she found us. And I think there's a reason that she found us. Obviously.
And just, when I think about like you know what they say about when you throw a pebble in a body of water and there's a ripple effect? Mm-hmm. When I think about the ripple effect that her starting to listen and her grandmother had, right? By giving her our book, and then she started listening, and then she spread it to her little dorm friends. And now she's got these lifelong relationships, and they're all probably off doing great things like serving the pro-life cause. Are you kidding me? Like, that's amazing.
It is amazing.
I can't.
It is
I just can't get over
absolutely amazing. It really is. It's just the most wonderful thing. It's the thing we're most proud of is this community. Yeah. That's what we're the most proud of.
You guys.
None of it matters except for this, right?
That's right.
That's the greatest. Right. So thank you. And thank you for sending it. Like, for taking the time to write that. Like, what a wonderful girl she is,
I will forward it to you so you have it like forever and ever, because
thank you. I appreciate that. God bless her.
I know. Okay.
Well,
emotions out of the way.
Right. Okay.
And then we've got a lot of talk about with respect to all of Trump's meetings yesterday. First was Zelensky, and then with like a bunch of European world leaders. And we're going to do that as soon as we remind you about taking care of your financial future.
Yes, you should definitely do that. You guys, we love Zach. Zach over at Bulwark he's the best. And I love him because he's a conservative. He knows his stuff. Like, he is communicative. He's just a normal guy. He's a guy that is humble, but he also understands the value of money and helping you succeed. And he loves talking to you about that. Like, that is his passion. He's just a great guy who loves, he loves God. He loves his family. He loves what he does for a living. And so talking to him about this kind of stuff sometimes I hate talking about money, but he is the guy to talk to when it comes to money. So you can get a free Know Your Risk portfolio review. There's no cost, no obligation. He will tell you, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. This is what you're doing right. And he's just a perfect guy to talk to when it comes to retirement. And you only get one. So I'm telling you, he's the guy. You can schedule that free Know Your Risk portfolio review at knowyourriskpodcast.com, because he also has a podcast. It's knowyourriskpodcast.com.
Services offered through Trend Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. The opinions expressed in this program are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security. Any references to performance of securities are thought to be materially accurate, and actual performance may differ. Investments involve risk and are not guaranteed. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Track 24308.
And he talks
right.
slower. He talks slower than that, I promise.
He does talk slower than that. You can
He does.
actually understand him.
Totally does. Right.
All right, just a warning to you, you're going to have a lot of tweets to read
I
today,
cannot wait.
because I know that's your favorite.
These are
And we're
like
gonna
my
kick it
semi-good
off.
glasses, so we'll see how we do. Okay.
We're going to kick it off with Trump's tweet pre all the meetings. Okay, so this is what he tweeted out before Zelensky, before the other world leaders. This is what he tweeted.
Okay. I am totally convinced that if Russia raised their hands and said, we give up, we concede, we surrender, we will give Ukraine and the great United States of America the most revered, respected, and powerful of all countries ever, Moscow and St. Petersburg, and everything surrounding them for 1,000 miles. The fake news media and their Democrat partners would say that this was a bad and humiliating day for Donald J. Trump, one of the worst days in the history of our country. But that's why they are fake news. And the badly failing radical left Democrats, thank you for your attention to this matter.
He was already like pre-mad at the coverage that the press has been giving him, and
he's-
rightly so.
He's not wrong. He's not
Mm-mm.
wrong at all. Mm-mm.
Not wrong at all.
Nope.
And interestingly, our favorite little data guy, Harry Enton from CNN, showed some stats about the shift in perspective that Ukrainians themselves have about continuing this war. Here he is to give the lowdown on that.
There have been some absolutely major shifts. The idea that Ukraine's going to achieve complete victory, that idea has collapsed within Ukrainian society. What are we talking about here? Ukrainians on the war versus Russia. You go back to 2022, the start of the war. Fight until Ukraine wins. Look at this. The vast majority, about 3/4, 73% agreed with that position. Negotiate to end the war as soon as possible. Only 22%. Look at where we are now. It's a complete flip. It's the inverse. Now 69% want to negotiate to end the war as soon as possible, compared to just 24% who want to fight until Ukraine wins. That's a 49-point drop in this position.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody is sick and tired of this.
They are sick and tired. And now we have a leader that is, well, we have Trump, he's leading the way and trying to get peace. Why would you not want that? I mean,
And why
especially-
would you criticize that?
Right. Especially if you're in it, if you're in that area that's getting pummeled and there's violence and there's death and destruction. Why would you not want that? I mean, I don't understand. And back in March, by the way, you know, when we go back to the media coverage, back in March, CNN was saying stuff like, oh, there's no way he can make a deal. There's no way. I mean, they were saying that months ago. And so, of course, Trump is going to be like, they're going to say negative things about me. They've always said negative things about him. So
Yep.
he cannot win. If he creates peace, if peace comes about, they're going to be like, well, he didn't do it quick enough. There's always
Right.
there's always going to be negative coverage surrounding Trump. Always, no matter what he does. For crying out loud. We're just so used to it.
Here's another tweet for you to read that he posted before the meetings.
I've settled 6 wars in 6 months, one of them a possible nuclear disaster. And yet I have to read and listen to the Wall Street Journal and many other who truly don't have a clue. Tell me everything that I'm doing wrong on the Russia-Ukraine mess. That is sleepy Joe Biden's war, not mine. I'm only here to stop it, not to prosecute it any further. It would have never happened if I was president. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I don't need the advice of people who have been working on all these conflicts for years and were never able to do a thing to stop them. They are stupid people with no common sense, intelligence, or understanding, and they only make the current Russia-Ukraine disaster more difficult to fix. Despite all of my lightweight and very jealous critics, I'll get it done. I always do. President DJT. I agree. I totally agree. I mean, it's like they're all like backseat drivers, armchair quarterbacks. I mean, what did they do? Nothing. What has Hillary done? You know,
I mean, at least she's coming out now and saying, if he makes this happen, I will nominate him for a peace prize.
I mean, this is the thing. What have the Clintons done? What have the Obamas done? What have the Bidens done? What have they done? They're really good at starting wars.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. So there was a lot of chitter chatter about whether or not Zelensky would dress up a little bit and not wear the army green fatigues that he typically wears.
Right.
And he did step it up a little bit. And when he first arrived to the White House, Trump even complimented him on how he looked. Here was the moment that he first arrived.
Oh my God.
The best I have. I just say it. Ready, face? Step.
President Trump, show your message to the people of Ukraine as world leaders gathered here today.
We love them.
I
He said,
mean,
we love them.
he's like, he's so all Johnny Cash. He looked a little like, now is the time on Sprockets when we dance.
I know, it's
He
very
looked a little, it's very like all black,
yeah.
monochromatic. Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine though. It's a step up. I'm not
It's
gonna.
a step up.
I'll give it to
mean,
him.
He
Mhm.
just needed to show a tiny bit of respect, and he managed to
He
show
did
it, and
it.
that's great. So good for him. Now,
Yep.
there was a reporter there because they took questions before they had their private meeting, and a reporter also commented on Zelensky's suiting up, and Zelensky actually mocked him back to his face, which Trump got a huge kick out of. Here's that moment.
First of all, Mr. President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks good on
I
you.
said the one that attacked you last time. See, now I remember that.
I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question for you, President Zelensky.
In the same suit. You see, I changed. You are not.
Maybe yours is much better.
You
could see Trump saying that was good.
Yeah, and Zelensky's just like, I freaking hate this guy. I hate all of this. He's so uncomfortable.
I know, it just like the whole thing
Visibly.
is so good.
It is.
Peter Doocy had many questions, and we're there. These are all very short clips that I'm just going to let run together, but they're about ending the war. There was a question about Peter asking, remember from the last really contentious meeting with Zelensky, how Trump said, you don't hold any cards. You don't have a say right now because you're not holding any of the cards. So Peter asks him who holds the cards right now, and then also asks Zelensky directly if he is willing to redraw maps and allow Russia some of the territory that they want. So we're just going to let those three play together. Here are all those clips, one after the next.
So, President Zelensky, you say in a post on X today, Russia must end this war, which it itself started. President Trump, you say President Zelensky of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, which is it?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think we're going to have a meeting. I think if everything works out well today, we'll have a trilat. And I think there will be a reasonable chance of ending the war when we do that.
And as you met with Putin on Friday, today you've got President Zelensky here. As you listen to Russia and Ukraine, which side has the better cards? Right?
Well, I don't want to say that. I'm just here to be. Look, this isn't my war. This is Joe Biden's war. He's the one that had a lot to do with this happening, and we want to get it ended.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple years, or are you going to agree to redraw the maps?
Thank you for your question. So, first of all, we live under each day attacks. You know that today have been a lot of attacks and a lot of wounded people, and the child was dead, small one year and a half. So we need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support American and European partners, and we will do our best for this. So, and I think we show that we are strong people, and we supported the idea of the United States, personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war, and we are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good. Thank you.
A little hard to understand, but
Yeah, I hope they're ready for it. I hope that they're ready for a trilateral agreement. We'll
they're
see.
saying that we're 2 weeks out from having this next meeting happen. We'll see. There was a lot of steps to get to that point, which was actually a headline this morning, that there's this trilateral meeting being planned for 2 weeks from now. And so we're taking the journey, as we always do. We like to take you on the journey.
Right.
And so we are going to take you on the full journey, but we also want to make sure that your data is protected. Are you using Webroot? Because I guarantee you that's what all the top IT companies are using.
Yep. It's the most reliable digital protection thing that you can use. It's powerful. It's affordable. It's for individuals and families. It's like car insurance, you guys. Like, you shouldn't be driving online without Webroot. It's the greatest. You can get one identity up to 5 devices. And then for families, up to 10 identities and 10 devices. Like, think about your elderly parents, or just if you are elderly, it's your perfect prey for online predators, and you don't want to be. So they have antivirus and web protection. They have identity protection. They have VPN and backup. And it's real-time antivirus, firewall, network monitoring, web threat shield, a system cleaner to remove online activity traces, all the cool stuff that you need. And it's like Mock said, it's what the professionals use. And we've gotten some really good testimonials that say, oh my gosh, like, a lot of people don't even know that this exists, but this is what I know. This is the thing. I'm glad that we're able to advertise this on our show. I'm glad that they're our sponsor now, because it's one of those things that the professionals use in the industry, and more people, regular people, need to be aware of it and see, Rick Harris said he's been using Webroot for 5 years now. It works great.
You guys are way ahead of us.
I know, right? So you can get 50%, 50, off of Webroot Total Protection or Webroot Essentials by going to webroot.com/chicks. Webroot.com/chicks, 50% off, you guys. So check that out.
I mean, they are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, quick break in the geopolitics part of this whole discussion, because there was a moment that was pretty cute when one of the reporters asked Zelensky, hey, you haven't had elections in your country. You know, what gives? Are you going to have an election anytime soon? And essentially, Zelensky said, well, we can't have an election during wartime. And so Trump, to troll the media, did this.
So you say during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake
you like this idea?
No, this is
no.
The fact that he's trolling in the middle of a meeting with Zelensky, it's just my favorite.
He's like, I got a troll. And, you know, liberals are like, they're all freaking out.
God.
Oh my God, did you hear it? Did you hear what he said?
He's going to stop elections, you guys. He's going to stop them.
Just to do it.
I just love that so much.
Classic troll.
Trump also talked about the need for whatever deal happens, if a deal happens, that it needs to be not just a temporary ceasefire, but a long-term deal. And then Zelensky was asked, what do you need from the U.S.? Is it money? Is it weapons? Is it people? Like, what is it? And you hear his answer to that.
With Ukraine, we're going to work with everybody, and we're going to make sure that if there's peace, the peace is going to stay long-term. This is very long-term. We're not talking about a 2-year peace and then we end up in this mess again.
What security guarantees do you need from President Trump to be able to make a deal? Is it American troops, intelligence, equipment? What is it?
Everything.
Okay, I don't know that that's going to happen.
Right.
But I don't know that it won't, because they're talking about, you know, there's been some hints of potential U.S. boots on the ground, which of course none of us want,
we don't want
at
that.
all.
We do not want that.
But if it's in the same fashion, for example, as the boots on the ground currently are in South Korea, for example, there's like 28,000 soldiers in South Korea just there to keep the peace, right? Between South Korea and North Korea. They're just there to make a statement. I don't know if I don't know if Trump, he may be convinced to do that.
That's effective. Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope that that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case.
I just don't want boots on the ground.
I don't either. I don't either. But if there are any, I kind of hope that it's all these idiots that were protesting outside of this meeting, you guys. Look at this. hate these people.
And like, what are they protesting? What are they? They're protesting peace? What the hell?
They're basically saying, Trump, you have to be nice to Ukraine. That's whose side we're on in this.
What the hell is he doing? What do you think he's doing, you morons? He's
right? It's so infuriating.
He's trying to get a peace deal. He's trying to make it so people stop getting killed, you asshats. What is
God, it just makes me so mad.
Seriously, what they're protesting peace. That's what they're doing. That is so dumb.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb to even like have any protest of any kind outside of such a fraught situation. There's so much balancing, negotiating that has to happen. And those idiots trying to make their stupid statement are not helpful in any way to anybody. It's so dumb.
They're not peace supporters. They're not peace supporters. They're trying to, do they not get it? That's what he's trying to do. He is like the most anti-war president that we've ever had.
Ever.
I will die on that hill. He is. There's data to support it. Just look at his record. Look at his record, stack it up against any other president that we've had, Democrat and Republican. He is the most anti-war president. And they're out there protesting him, trying to get a peace deal. It's insanity. The only reason they're doing that is because they have severe TDS. I swear these people need to be studied. Their brains need to be studied.
At some point, I hope that happens.
Right. It's crazy.
Damn. All right. I hope your glasses are in good working order.
They're working.
This is also kind of a side note from the geopolitical aspect of this whole meeting, but it came up in that Q&A with the reporters, and that is this tweet of Trump's about mail-in ballots.
Oh my God, Mock. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go. I was not prepared. I'm going to lead a movement to get rid of mail-in ballots, and also, while we're at it, highly inaccurate, very expensive, and seriously controversial voting machines, which cost 10 times more than accurate and sophisticated watermark paper, which is faster and leaves no doubt at the end of the evening as to who won and who lost the election. We are now the only country in the world that uses mail-in voting. All others gave it up because of the massive voter fraud encountered. We will begin this effort, which will be strongly opposed by the Democrats because they cheat at levels never seen before by signing an executive order to help bring honesty to the 2026 midterm elections. Remember, the states are merely an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating the votes. They must do what the federal government, as represented by the President of the United States, tells them for the good of our country to do. With their horrible radical left policies like open borders, men playing in women's sports, transgender and woke for everyone, and so much more, Democrats are virtually unelectable without using this completely disproven mail-in scam. Elections can never be honest with mail-in ballots voting, and everybody, in particular the Democrats, know this. I and the Republican Party will fight like hell to bring honesty and integrity back to our elections. The mail-in ballot hoax using voting machines that are a complete and total disaster must end now. Remember, without fair and honest elections and strong and powerful borders, you don't have even a semblance of a country. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.
In case there was any confusion.
In case you didn't know. Right. I love all of this. I think it's great.
Well, I love the sentiment for sure, but you have to think of it in the reverse. Like, this is not something that should be done with an executive order, because it just means a Democrat president could be like, I'm going to use an executive order to demand only mail-in votes from now on. And so this is kind of one of those big things that needs an actual vote.
You think it's too sweeping?
I think it's a little too sweeping. And so I want to get rid of mail-in voting. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it should be done in a better way than an executive order, which can immediately be reversed and undone and made worse by a Democrat.
What is that better way? The states have to do it? Is that what you're like?
There could be federal legislation about, there needs to be like more representative government happening about this issue.
I hear what you're saying, but I think the reason he's doing this is because everything takes so freaking long to get done.
And this will too, because it'll be embroiled in legal battles, and it'll just be endless.
He knows
and I don't know that it's going to happen.
And it won't happen. And he knows that. And so he's like, F it. I'm just going to do an executive order, because then it'll get done. Because he knows that government sucks when it comes to getting this stuff done. And so there's so much bureaucracy and red tape. And then people will be like, he's a dictator. Yeah. Okay, whatever. The problem is that I know people are like congressional legislation, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I totally get it. It's just that there's just so much. Will it ever get done? And then there's so many of us out here that are just like, our elections are not, they're not fair.
They're a mess. They're a complete mess in a whole bunch of Democrat states, for sure. There's no question. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. The reason that I kind of stuck this in here right here is simply because it came up in that Q&A that Zelensky was a part of. And so Trump addressed it briefly. And here he is doing that.
Well, that's a very off topic, just really quickly. Mail-in ballots are corrupt. Mail-in ballots, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots. And we, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible that we get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to start with an executive order that's being written right now by the best lawyers in the country to end mail-in ballots.
So like Red State guy said, he said, do you think the next Democrat president should have the power to mandate universal mail-in voting for all states? Because that's the power that you're simping for here, and it does not exist. You need 60 votes in the Senate for this, not an EO. And I just do tend to agree with him, especially because this power really does belong with the states to some degree, and about how they run their elections. And
it's just,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. And you're right. I hear you.
Even though I hate, I agree with him 100%.
Right. But it's not going to happen, and it won't happen by the midterms. So FYI.
Unlikely.
So basically this is a moot discussion. So let's move on.
I mean, so just don't get your hopes up.
Just know it's not going to happen. So let's move on. So they're going to continue to be borked. Our elections will continue to be borked, everybody. So everybody just know you got to go out in droves in the midterms, and you got to overwhelm the system because they're going to continue to cheat. And that's that.
Totally. And that's that. Exactly.
That's that.
So anyway, Trump then had his private meeting with Zelensky, and then it was time for the other European world leaders to meet with Zelensky and Trump in one big giant meeting. And Trump had opening remarks there. Here's just a little bit of what he said.
The Alaska summit reinforced my belief that while difficult, peace is within reach, and I believe that in a very significant step, President Putin agreed that Russia would accept security guarantees for Ukraine, and this is one of the key points that we need to consider, and we're going to be considering that at the table also, like who will do what. We have a good meeting, and if we can have a good meeting, I'll set up a meeting with President Putin, and if you'd like, I'll go to that meeting. And not that I want to do that, but I will do that because we want to save a lot of people from dying. A lot of people are dying, and we got to save them.
I love that.
And that's
he's like, I don't want to go, but if you want me to go, I'll go.
Right. And that's what it boils down to. He really does want to help people. He really
that's
wants
all he wants.
He wants
for people to stop dying.
Right.
That's it.
This is at the end of the day, that's what he wants. And then people are out there freaking protesting like morons.
Right? It's so dumb.
It is dumb. They look like morons.
Yeah. And they're just, I mean, it's so unproductive, unhelpful, just like the antithesis of helpfulness.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It is antithetical to everything that you should be standing for, which is especially Democrats. They used to be the anti-war party. They are now the frothing at the mouth. We want war. That's what they want. And then holding up a Ukraine flag and putting it around their Facebook profile. I mean, that's what these people are. Oh my God, war, war, war. I'm Lindsey Graham. Okay. All right. Calm down. Good Lord.
Frothing at the mouth is actually what your dogs are going to do if they start demanding their Ruff Greens. Like if you don't give it to them after you've already given it to them.
That was an epic transition. It was epic what she just did there. Seriously, it's true though. Like we can all agree that dogs love the Ruff Greens. Okay, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, he created Ruff Greens, which is a natural supplement. If you don't know, if you're new here, it's a natural supplement. It's packed with enzymes and probiotics. It supports digestion and immunity and overall well-being so that your doggo gets live nutrition every day. Because if you're feeding him or her regular food, they're probably not getting good live nutrition. And we feed our dogs regular food because we have a lot of freaking dogs and a lot of chaos in this house. Okay. So don't judge me, but I feed them regular cheap food. And so we sprinkle a bit of Ruff Greens on their food every morning, and they love it. And you can see the changes in their coat, their digestion, their energy levels. We've seen it with Theo. We've seen it with Baier. Coda is just, he is who he is. But you guys can
I'm sure there are benefits that are unspoken about Coda.
I mean, the only thing it hasn't gotten rid of on Coda is his drooling. If Ruff Greens could just get rid of drooling in dogs, I would
He's probably drooling for Ruff Greens.
He's constantly drooling, you guys. It's just constant, okay? It's like Turner and Hooch up in here. So you don't have to change your dog's food to transform their health. You can just add Ruff Greens. That's what you need to do. So go to ruffchicks.com, use promo code CHICKS for a free Jumpstart bag. It's a $20 value, just cover shipping. That's ruffchicks, ruffchicks.com, promo code CHICKS. Do it.
Trump was massively complimented by pretty much every European leader that was in attendance, including the NATO secretary, Mark Rutte. Is that how you say his name? Rutte? I'm not sure. I love him, though. I just like him a lot. And here is a little bit of what he said about Trump to the rest of the world leaders and the gathered press.
You, President of the United States, dear Donald, for the fact that you, as I said before, broke the deadlock, basically with President Putin by starting that dialogue. And I think it was in February that you had the first phone call. And from there, we are now where we are today. And that is, I think, if we play this well, we could end this.
And he wasn't the only one. The Finland president, who is also in attendance, said, quote, "In the past 2 weeks, we have had more progress ending this war than in the past 3.5 years," poking at Biden, because what do you think's been going on the past 3.5 years?
He's been shuffling around, crapping his pants.
That's exactly right.
Where?
Even Georgia Maloney, who I believe was seated right next to Donald Trump, said it is because of him that there's been a change. Here is that very brief moment.
Something is changing. Something has changed thanks to you.
Thanks to him.
She's my
All
favorite.
Of this is thanks to him.
She's my favorite, Georgia Maloney. I really like her. It makes me want to go to Italy. Yeah, it makes me want to go hang out in Italy. I think she's a badass, you know. And Trump, I don't know if you have the clip or not, but he props her up. Did you see him prop her up?
Yeah, I did. I don't have that clip, but yes,
yeah,
he did.
There's a clip of him where he's, you know, basically saying and it wasn't condescending, you know, because she's younger, and he alludes to the fact that she is young and she's very accomplished and she's doing a great job. It was very sweet that he did that.
And sincere. Yeah.
It was very sincere. Right. He values and props up strong women, and that needs to be recognized more. He does that. He likes to surround himself with strong, and if he's with strong women, and if he's not, he will recognize strength in women. And the feminists who say that he doesn't, they are not strong women. They are in the victim class. And they need to take all the
they're just willfully in denial about it. They just refuse to see what's right in front of their faces.
Totally. He values them. And it's obvious. You can see it. Women who actually are strong see that.
Mm-hmm. They know, and they're rewarded for it when they're in his administration.
Totally.
One really striking thing to take away from this whole entire meeting, well, a couple things. First of all, notice who is absent, and that is Mark Carney. Canada was not invited to participate in this because, as you know, Trump and Mark they're having some battles when it comes to all the tariff stuff that they still have not ironed out. And Mark Carney was not invited to participate. But one of the other things to note was Zelensky's complete satisfaction. So take note, all you idiot protesters with your Ukrainian flags. Zelensky was very, very pleased with how his meeting with Trump went, and he talked about it here.
Thank you so much. I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one, maybe the best one will be in the future, but it was really good. And we spoke about very sensitive points. The first one is security guarantees, and we are very happy with President that all the leaders are here, and the security in Ukraine depends on the United States and on you and on those leaders who are with us in our hearts. They have been online before yesterday, and etc. So a lot of countries on the side of Ukraine, our people, and all of us want to finish this war, stop Russia and stop this war.
he got coached big time before this private meeting.
Oh my
with,
God.
Trump,
Right?
because you know that his handlers were like, do not stray from the script.
Don't F this up.
Don't
Yeah.
get arrogant. Don't start
Uh-huh.
making demands. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
And he
you
didn't.
don't have the cards.
And he didn't.
So,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it went well. Like he
Mhm.
handled this really well, which was weird.
yeah. And at no time was Trump pushed to do anything.
Mhm.
And yet, look at how the New York Times framed the meeting. They said Zelensky and European leaders press Trump for security
Oh my
guarantees.
God.
Batya Ungar
Shut
Sargon
up.
was so mad. She said, just look at this dishonest headline. Trump goes to Alaska, shocks everyone by getting Putin to agree to Western security guarantees for Ukraine. But the New York Times reports it like it's something the Europeans are trying to squeeze out of an unwilling Trump. It's appalling. And
Right.
it really is.
Just
God,
suck it, New York Times.
they're just vile.
They are
They
vile.
are vile.
Yep. They are. They're
them.
also wearing masks outside.
Yes, they absolutely
Losers.
are. All right. It's time for you to read another tweet. This
Cannot
is
wait.
Trump's tweet post all of the meetings.
Okay.
Here it is.
I had a very good meeting with distinguished guests, President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine, President Emmanuel Macron of France, President Alexander Stubb of Finland, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni of Italy, Prime Minister Keir Starmer of the United Kingdom, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, Friedrich Merz, President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
And
yeah.
Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte. Is it Rutte or Root? We haven't decided, in the White House, which ended in a further meeting in the Oval Office. During the meeting, we discussed security guarantees for Ukraine, which guarantees would be provided by the various European countries with a coordination with the United States of America. Everyone is very happy about the possibility of peace for Russia and Ukraine. At the conclusion of the meetings, I called President Putin and began the arrangements for a meeting at a location to be determined between President Putin and President Zelensky. After the meeting takes place, we will have a trilat, which would be the two presidents plus myself. Again, this was a very good early step for a war that has been going on for almost 4 years. Vice President JD Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff are coordinating with Russia and Ukraine. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This is fantastic.
I don't know how anybody can have any complaints about this.
And
at
if
all.
they do, they suck. They need to be rejected. They need to take all the seats. These are not serious adults. They sit at the kids' table and they have no business being at the adult table. Honestly.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. So there was a really cool little video montage of like the various EU leaders' arrivals and like walking through the White House, and it's like all set to music. Monica Crowley was, of course, there to greet everyone. It's just a really cool little video montage that I thought I would share just because it's neat. This is from the White House account.
It's just
That is just
awesome.
badass.
It's totally
isn't
badass.
it?
Yeah, it's badass. Monica Crowley's job is so cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She's like
and she's
head of
great at it.
Right. She's like head of protocol. Something protocol is in her. She basically just gets to hobnob with it. She's like the face, right? It's like
She's
basically
like the hostess with the mostest.
Right. It's sort of a glorified PR, like ambassador, sort of like all rolled up in the one. She gets to hang out and like greet these people. What a cool freaking gig that is. Wow.
And she's just absolutely the right person
so
for it.
great at it. Yeah.
There was a great summary. I'm not sure who this person is on Twitter who said it, but he's spot freaking on about what this entire day yesterday really showed. And he said the biggest and most obvious takeaway watching Trump with all these world leaders at the White House, Joe Biden is the worst president in our country's history, and every Democrat should be ashamed.
Without question. I mean, it's night and day.
Oh my gosh, night and day. And then you couldn't have watched all of the interactions between the various world leaders and Donald Trump and come away thinking that there was something disingenuous about it. And yet, unfortunately, Scott Jennings was not on with Abby Phillip last night because she was allowed to get away. Her and one of her guests were allowed to get away with this bunch of freaking nonsense. It just makes me so mad. Here
Trump.
it is.
Does he know that
Here it is.
Putin Putin would not ever do it? I actually, this is important because I am not sure. I am not sure that Trump knows that Putin is not interested in actually doing
I agree with that. He thinks Putin really wants peace, and he's wrong. And he's the president of the United States. That's a huge problem because all these European leaders have to pretend that he's not wrong, but we all know he's wrong. And that's the crazy conundrum that we're in. That's how we got into this mess.
Oh my God.
Is that how we
pretending?
All the
European
how we got
leaders
into
are
this
pretending.
Yeah, that's how we got into this mess. Okay. He's like, oh my God, he thinks that Putin wants peace. Like, dude, no. I know I can't with these people. Because they want it to continue. They just want war to continue. This is what they want. Why not try? I mean, this is the thing, because these people are pussies. And they don't have the guts to try. Their guy would never do this. Their guy's all about the war. So, I mean, just because this is the thing, it's kind of like when this is a terrible comparison. It's a really terrible comparison, but I'm going to make it anyway. It's kind of like, when you and I started our little business together, there are people who are like, you can't do that. You can't do it. Those are the people who can't do it. The people who can't do it will always tell you you can't do things.
Or you're doing it wrong.
Well, F you. We're doing it. And that's exactly how I feel about this. When Democrats are all on the sidelines going, he can't do this. It's because they can't. It's because they're incapable, because they're weak and they're incapable. That's why he can probably do this. And if it doesn't happen, at least he tried. And they're incapable of trying.
Exactly right. I just can't even believe what you're about to see. So can you imagine looking at this whole thing yesterday, the whole meeting, and figuring out how to bring Israel into it? Because I can tell you who can.
Candace.
And that's Candace Owens.
Oh my God.
Oh my God is right. So she believes that everything about yesterday was all theater, but even more so, pay close attention to what she says at the end of this, where she suggests, and I am not making this up, that October 7th was a false flag. Like
I can't.
Coming together to find peace, right? Finally, everybody's coming to the table after 3 years of murdering young Ukrainian men. We decided now that it's peace. Peace is our aim. I hope we can now all agree that this is just theater.
No.
Okay? This is just what the elites do when their objectives have been reached. And what is their objective in Israel? Ethnic cleansing, right? They've gone mask down on that. What is the objective in Ukraine? That also appears to me to be a very obvious ethnic cleansing. And I think we all recognize that the person that has the most power over all of our nations, because we have been somewhat globalized, at this moment is Bibi Netanyahu. Of course, he's the boss. He's the big boss, Bibi. And he's going to decide when and if and exactly at what moment these wars are going to be allowed to end. That's why I don't take any of this seriously. By the way, like I said, I'm happy that they're at least done with the 2-year period of gaslighting us about Gaza. Like now Netanyahu's like, yeah, we're imperializing. We're going in there. It's always the same method. False flag attack justifies the war. And then there's this broader imperialist effort.
Insanity.
It's
like every single thing has to be the Jews. Everything.
Everything.
I mean, I have to get a root canal. It's the Jews' fault.
No, right?
What?
Every last thing is their
What
fault.
what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
And again, she doesn't want peace. I don't think she wants peace. Why wouldn't you want that? What side are you on?
Yeah, why denigrate the attempts to forge peace? It makes
why
no
wouldn't you want that?
sense.
As a human being, why wouldn't you want that? I don't understand. I can't wrap my brain around that. As a human being, as a Christian and a human being, why wouldn't you want peace? Why wouldn't you want that? Why do you want people to continue to be like pummeled and killed? Why do you want that? I don't get it.
I continue to think like today, I'll be like, okay, that was her bottom. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow she'll say something worse.
It's just insane. Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
And again, we're gonna get people that'll like write us and be like, you guys are wrong. You shouldn't.
Yeah, you should listen to her whole show.
Right. And then they'll tag her as if they're BFFs with her. Go after them, Candace. You and I are BFF. She doesn't give a crap about you. Just FYI.
She's not going to date you.
No.
All right. We need to talk about DC and crime, which, by the way, is much, much better, as you might expect, after Trump federalized, at least temporarily, the DC police. And it's so interesting to see people who clearly are victimized by crime in DC criticize Trump's attempt to stop crime. Case in point, read this tweet and tell me if it makes sense.
Here we go. I have lived in the city for 12 out of the last 14 years. I love it. I've seen crime, sure, got mugged once, had my car damaged by a vandal, but the idea that DC is a violent hellscape is a total fantasy, a delusion, a fairy tale told by people scared of their own shadows. Oh my God. It's
mugged. I've had my car damaged, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's like literally, it's kind of like the same thing I was talking about last week with California people living in California going, it's fine that the moisturizer and the deodorant is locked up. It's fine.
Right.
This is normal. No, it's not normal. It's not normal to get mugged. It's not normal to have your car vandalized. This is not normal. I'm sorry that this is what you're conditioned to think is normal. Like, I'm sorry, you need to get a therapist and you need to understand that this is not normal. It's not. I've been mugged and it's normal. God bless you. No.
Right?
That's
it's not
normal.
a violent hellscape. Everything in DC is fine. I cannot imagine being a victim of any crime and saying something this idiotic.
What the hell?
I don't even know.
Oh my God.
Harry Enton wants to show us the stats about who takes care of crime better between Biden and Trump. Here is Harry.
Yeah, okay. I think this sort of gives the game away here because Donald Trump is like Air Jordan towering over Joe Biden when it comes to their handling of crime. Look, in 2024, look at where Biden's net approval was on crime. Way underwater there at minus 26 points. It was one of Biden's worst issues. Granted, pretty much every issue was one of Biden's worst issues. And again, look at where Donald Trump is. Way, way, way above Joe Biden. What is that? That's 27 points. So Americans vastly prefer Donald Trump's approach to crime than they did to Joe Biden's. And again, I think it gets back to the point that Americans are far more hawkish on crime than a lot of Democrats want to admit.
Mm-hmm. Of course they are. Nobody wants to be a victim of a crime.
Right. He was underwater. Here's the thing is that people also will say, oh my God, I hate Trump. I don't like Trump. But secretly, they're like, yeah, I'm really glad he's doing that with the crime stuff. I'm really glad that he locked up the border. I'm really glad that he's doing this with the economy. They're thinking it a lot. Some people, listen, not all of them, because some of them are the people that wear the masks outside, and they're just loopy. But then there's some that are thinking, I'm really glad that he's helping out with the crime. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm thinking it.
Yep.
They're
absolutely.
thinking it.
But Democrats, especially the idiots like Eric Swalwell, are going to just figure out any possible way they can to be critical of anything that Trump does, including trying to take care of crime. And in fact, he tries to criticize Trump for being a criminal and even does the theatrics at the beginning of his retarded videos where that guy's like, what the F is up with that? He tries to act surprised that guy is there. You guys, I can't. Behold.
Congressman.
Jesus, what are you doing here?
What the fuck is up with Washington, D.C. being federalized by Trump?
Oh, he's doing this because of rising crime in D.C. He's not wrong. In fact, crime has gone up. There's more criminals in D.C. This guy recently, he moved into D.C. He had like 34 felony counts he had been convicted of, a bunch of open cases, a bunch of prior bankruptcies. Not the kind of guy you would want living in your neighborhood or around your kids. Oh, and he's like connected to the biggest child sex trafficker who's ever lived in this country, who was being prosecuted for sex trafficking before he killed himself. This guy just moved into the neighborhood, and a real crime wave has taken place at his residence since he got here. So yeah, I'm worried about crime in DC too.
Good one.
You banged a Chinese spy. You're gonna like lecture us on morality? Okay, fart boy. I don't think so. I don't want you around my kids. I'd much rather have Donald Trump around my kids than Joe Biden, who used to sniff kids, and he showered with his daughter.
Yep.
Let's talk about that, fart boy. I can't with this guy. I just can't. He's so gross. And with the t-shirt, and he thinks he's all Don Johnson circa like 1988.
I know.
Stop.
And the whole, what are you doing here?
Oh my God.
Not
I'm
that
so
I didn't
shocked.
like script this completely. It's so dumb.
Shocked.
God, so dumb. I hope this next very quick video that you're about to see is of a woman who is now under arrest. That's my hope, because I cannot believe that you can say shit like this on your TikTok or your Instagram or whatever and not face consequences. Here is what she is advising Black people to do in DC.
Black people in DC, get your and take care of them police officers like they should have been taken care of 50 years ago.
Okay. Somebody needs to go pick her up.
Right? I just feel like that is very, very threatening.
You think? Yeah. Somebody needs to. I remember there was a time in our lives when that stuff was a threat, and they would get picked up and taken to jail.
There are limits to speech, and that crosses a line. That crosses a whole bunch of lines.
Oh my God, I cannot.
I mean, and
you know what? She's the first person that's going to call the cops when she needs them.
Totally. But to your point, there are people who are willing to be honest about the impacts that Trump's actions have had on DC. Here is a couple of them right here.
I enjoy having extra security. I think it's a good thing. I mean, you want to feel safe when you're out and about, especially females.
It's a good thing because it actually reinforces the fact that America is secure, safe, stable.
Elliot Reed says he supports the federal involvement.
As a moderate, as a centrist, I think something needs to be done. I have 3 kids. I'm about to start teaching next week. I want it to be.
He wants it to be safe. Of course he does.
Why would you not?
I know. I mean, it's just ridiculous that there's any criticism again, but it's Trump, so there's going to be criticism. But even the DC Police Union put out these stats saying DC crime since the announcement of federal control versus the 7 days prior. Just look at how much every single criminal category has dropped, double digits, most of them. And so they said, while federal assistance gives us a boost, we must repeal the misguided Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Act that are always done by Democrats because they feel more sympathy with criminals than they do victims.
Right, always.
In order to make these changes permanent. I mean, how is this a fight at all?
They're crazy.
I don't get it.
These people they're crazy. Yep.
They are crazy.
Mm-hmm. And they hate Americans. They hate law-abiding citizens. Mm-hmm. They always side on, like you say, they always side on the side of criminals and illegals who are criminals. They're always going to side with them, always, instead of American citizens who are law-abiding citizens, always.
It's just, it's nonsensical, but that's Democrats for you. And not everybody is, I mean, there's no one that's immune from police action in DC, as Baier discovered on his way home from work yesterday when he got pulled over.
Oh my
God.
God.
So Baier got caught on video getting himself a ticket. And it's weird because it's like he was polite and just listened to the police officer's instructions and no one got shot. So weird.
I mean, how many times have you been, how many times I've been pulled over? I get pulled over.
I'm always with you.
I know. I get pulled. And listen, my daughter's starting to drive. She's 15. And, they learn about what happens if you get pulled over and stuff like that. They learn about that in classes now. But I've always told her, I'm like, you ever get pulled over? Be nice. Just be nice. Always be nice. We've told all of our kids that. Be freaking nice. And listen, I've gotten out of a couple tickets by being nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. The nicer you are. I mean, sometimes they don't buy it. And I'm old now. I'm not as cute as I used to be. But you can just be nice.
That's
They're
all it
doing
takes.
their jobs. That's all they're doing.
A lot of people are asking why he was pulled over. I have no idea. I'm assuming he was
Probably
either
speeding.
speeding, maybe it was like
Right.
a light or like a, I don't know. I mean,
Nice.
nothing major, obviously, but.
Nice G-Wagon, right?
All right, we need to make fun of Gavin Newsom for a moment because there was some like super Nazi account who posted a side-by-side of a picture of Gavin Newsom in college and a picture of JD Vance in college, trying trying as hard as they could to make JD Vance look bad. And so this is the photo. And Emily Zanotti said Newsom just looks like the villain in every John Hughes movie, which is
Right.
so accurate.
It's so true. It's Blaine.
Yes, it is Blaine. Whereas
Go
JD
ahead.
Vance is the goofy best friend background guy, but Newsom is definitely the James Spader character. So
Oh my God,
it's
totally.
100%. There was some great there was great mockery of these photographs, of course. There was another person who tweeted, the guy on the left, this is Chip Roy, the guy on the left looks like he would lock down an entire state with mask mandates, forced vaxes, and outdoor restrictions, and then throw himself a party at the French Laundry.
Totally. I would have hung out with the guy on the right, and the guy on the left looks like a total douchebag. He's wearing Burberry. Okay.
Oh my God.
None of the guys I hung out with in high school wore Burberry.
It's just
okay?
embarrassing.
Like,
It's
give me a
embarrassing.
break. The guy on the right looks like he listens to Rush. And that's my kind of guy. Yeah.
Of course, Gavin retweeted it and said, I miss that scarf. And so Frank McCormick was
douchebag.
like, ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Newsom responding to a literal Nazi account.
Right.
Vanity truly is Satan's favorite sin.
That's right. Amen to that.
And then interestingly, you know, we've shared some of Gavin Newsom's press office. They're doing the tweets that they're trying to look like Trump, sound like Trump in. And it turns out, thanks to some good old-fashioned internet sleuthing by some good old-fashioned internet sleuths. Oh, first of all, before we get to that, I love this. Gavin Newsom is better looking than JD Vance, so actually just burned down the country, I guess. A lot of you effing retards.
That's so true. But you know what? JD Vance is better looking than him now.
I think so too.
Way better looking.
I think so too. Doesn't
That
look sleazy
happens.
at all.
Oh my God. Gavin Newsom looks like a ferret.
But there's women out there that think he's dreamy.
Well,
hopefully they'll be slightly taken aback by the fact that all of those ridiculous tweets, they are created by AI. They're basically using Chat GPT to create them in the style of Trump. Like, how pathetic is that?
Yeah, it is pathetic. They're using robots and they're copying. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Trump is Trump.
Right.
Like Trump isn't-
Authenticity.
Right. So basically the Republican Party is based on authenticity. You guys are just copycat weirdos who wear masks outside. Sorry.
Congrats.
Sorry about your lives.
Good job, Democrats.
Yeah. Wow.
And speaking of Democrats, you remember that MSNBC and NBC, the parent company, are Splitsville. And so by the end of the year, now it has been reported that MSNBC will be known as MS Now, which stands for My Source News Opinion World. And Greg Price was like, MS Now sounds like a Microsoft product that's been discontinued since 1996.
And the logo is so bad.
It's so bad. And everybody knows it, but like Morning Joe had to pretend that it's really great.
So
So
bad.
here he is doing his best pretending.
Breaking news as it pertains to our network. This morning, a new name for the network by the end of the year. We will become MS Now, which stands for My Source for News, Opinion, and the World. And look, Andrew, they even have a graphic up. I like
There it is, actually. The new logo.
It looks very sporty.
It's very sporty, he
It's
said.
very sporty, you guys. It looks like an 8th grader created that. You
They
know?
probably just had Chat GPT do it.
Oh my God, it's so bad, you guys.
It's pretty bad.
It's just
pretty bad.
really bad. Yeah, he is not a good judge of what's good or what's bad, but he was probably like, yikes.
Totally.
Yikes.
I mean, he was putting on his like most theatrical acting
But
skills
it's
in that clip.
sporty.
So
Really
sporty.
just like I'm a musician. Oh my God.
In completely random, unrelated to anything news, Bill Barr testified to the Oversight Committee yesterday, and what he said, according to James Comer, is, quote, he said he'd never seen anything that would implicate President Trump in any of this, meaning the Epstein files, and that he believed if there had been anything pertaining to President Trump with respect to the Epstein list, that he felt like the Biden administration would probably have leaked it out.
You think? Oh, you think they would have done that, baby?
Fairly obvious, I think.
God, I swear.
I know, right? Like, this is not.
Yeah, thanks for that breaking, shattering news.
In other breaking, shattering news, Texas Democrats, at least some of them, decided to return yesterday. And here's a video of their arrival.
Loser.
Trying to pretend like they're so nonchalant. They're
Look
just
at her
walking in,
and her
everything's fine.
phone. Just looking at my phone. What's on Etsy today? What can I buy? God, I cannot stand these people.
A quorum, there enough of them returned that there is a quorum now, and there's a scheduled legislative session tomorrow morning. And because it's not until tomorrow morning, and there was fear that some of these Texas Democrats would just decide to not show up again, they were all forced to sign permission slips promising to return on Wednesday and agreeing to be paired with police officers to make sure that they don't run again. So they signed, except for one. There was one Democrat by the name of Nicole Collier who wouldn't sign this little form. So they locked her in the chambers. You guys.
Good. That's good. They're allowed to do that. They have every right to do that. The House has constitutional compulsion authority. They have the right to do this. They can also fine them like $500 a day. They can do
And
all
they
sorts-
were.
Yeah, they can do that. So these people can suck it. They need to do their jobs. They're just disgusting. They can also be removed from office. They have,
which I wish that was actually going to happen, but I
Me
kind of feel
too.
like Governor Abbott is going to be like, okay, well, they're back now, so I'm not going to press
I know
it.
he's being a wuss. So many
Yeah.
people in Texas are like, do it, Abbott. Like, grab some balls, go buy some balls and do it. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah,
Your
I
mileage may
kinda do
vary,
too.
but I really think that he should totally do that. He should absolutely just remove them.
Yeah, I mean, he should go through with all the stuff that he said he was going to go through with. Just do it. Doesn't matter that
Right.
they came back. They still left.
Right.
That's the point.
Get him out of
So,
there. FAFO is right, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Jasmine Crockett, very upset about poor Nicole Collier. She said, as a former Texas state rep, let me be clear. Locking Representative Nicole Collier inside the chamber is beyond outrageous.
No, it's not.
Forcing elected officials to sign permission slips and take police escorts to leave, that's not procedure. That's some old Jim Crow playbook.
Oh my
Texas
God.
Republicans have lost their damn minds.
No, she just doesn't understand the Constitution. Maybe she just needs to read about her, like the jobs and what's involved with the jobs. Apparently she doesn't understand that. I'm so sick of this race bullshit. So sick of it. It has nothing to do with that. That's part of the job. I mean, they have the right to do this.
Well, and speaking of race bullshit, let's just show a recent video of Jasmine Crockett promoting a new line of clothing from the Black Girl Fit label, which I can't even believe is a thing, but here you go.
Okay, what's up, Black Girl Fit community? It's your girl, DJ Duffy, and I'm here with Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and co-founder Dr. Christie. We just had an amazing interview with her. I can't wait for y'all to check it out. We're super excited leading up to Epic Fit Fest, and Jasmine is just as passionate about Black women's health as we are.
Yeah. Especially in this moment. So first of all, thank you so much to these amazing visionaries. Listen, Black women lead. This is what they do. But it's so important, especially right now. We are under so much stress. So make sure that y'all check it out, you show up, and you spread the word, because it is important that we understand how it is that we can take care of ourselves so that we can take care of our loved ones.
Okay, first of all, they don't look very fit. They don't. I'm just putting it out there. So I feel like it's false advertising. Second of all, we should start a line, you and me, called White Girl Lounging.
Well, I think to be fair, I think they meant fit as in that's like the slang for like your fit, your outfit. You know what I mean? That's how the
Are you sure?
youngsters say it now.
Are
Yeah,
you sure?
here's my fit of the
I
day.
still think
Yeah.
we should start one called White Girl Lounging. Do you think that would fly? Would be allowed? We would be allowed to do that, right? White Girl Lounging.
We would get canceled, but like by all the right people, so it would be fine.
But why? Why is that? Why is it okay to have Black Girl Fit and then not White Girl Lounging? Why can't we have that? Are we gonna why are we doing this? So are white girls
it's
are
always racial.
Could I wear a Black Girl Fit shirt? Could I wear that? I mean, I don't want to, but could I?
You would get looks.
This is the thing. Is it cultural appropriation if I do that? It's so racist.
Totally racist.
And
This is what they're
segregationist.
all about.
It's just
and it's
so
it's
gross.
such projection because they're constantly saying everything is racist while they're being super racist.
Exactly. Stop it.
I know. It's ridiculous. And then speaking of LaMonica, what's her name? LaMonica McIver. She's that one that like attacked people at the ICE facility trying to get in, remember? So she is now saying about Trump's calling. Do you remember when he called, when he instituted the tariffs at first back in the day, he called it Liberation Day?
Yes.
She is saying that is somehow racist. Make this make sense.
Oh, it's Liberation Day and all of these things. Those are, ways of him saying, oh, it's white power. It's what I want to do. Those are racist remarks. His number one targets are cities that are led by Black mayors.
That's right.
His number one targets are cities
right.
that are sanctuary cities.
That's right.
I
That's right. No, it's not
He's
right.
targeting high crime areas, you morons. And if those are led by Black people, maybe do some soul searching about that instead of blaming the guy trying to fix it.
Who's sick of the racist crap? Raise your hands. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted by it.
God.
It's lazy. Stop being lazy and blaming everything on race. Like seriously, do better. Intellectually, do better. Everybody's tired of it.
It's pathetic. It's absolutely
pathetic.
And so too are people who try to use their positions to get themselves out of trouble by playing the "Don't you know who I am" card, because
Oh,
that's
my
what's
God.
happening with Rhode Island's AG or assistant AG, perhaps Devin Flanagan. So she was arrested because she was trespassing. She and her girlfriend were at some restaurant or bar that restaurant or bar did not want her to be at. And so when police arrived to the scene, she said over and over again, "I'm an AG. I'm an AG." She said it probably
My
over
God.
10 times. And watching her get booked into put into the police car is like sweet, delicious justice.
If I ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and that's your protocol. She's a fucking lawyer, so she knows.
Oh
Well, that's bullshit lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law. I'm an
What's she
AG.
saying?
I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go. We're going. Let's go.
God, I love
We're
him.
leaving. We're leaving.
Please don't put your hands on us.
Can you get your children out of here?
hate them.
I don't know why.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go.
Let's go. No.
Let's go.
Come on,
you're waiting for time.
They're two full-grown women and mothers of children. All right.
You just need to take. You just need to
I'm an AG. I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
Who cares?
No one cares.
What are you? What are you?
What's wrong with you?
What
What's
are
wrong
you
with you?
probable cause to detain me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
No one is above the law, lady. No one.
Can you relax? Sir, she's not doing anything wrong.
AG.
She's not leaving.
I'm an AG.
She's the AG.
Buddy,
You're not. She's not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not being
Okay,
arrested.
do you have any weapons on you?
No.
God, what a
I'm an
hack.
AG.
Her badge is in the car. You want me to go get a badge?
Let me tell you something. You're
Buddy,
arrested.
get the hell out of here. Buddy, just seriously.
God, put her in the back of the car.
AG. Let me tell you something.
Are you under arrest right now? No.
You're putting me in handcuffs and you're Mirandizing. You're not Mirandizing me.
Relax.
This bitch has never been told no, ever. Ever. It's karma is one of my favorite things. It's especially delicious when it's served to somebody who believes that it's never going to happen to them.
Right.
And then I also wonder, she's so entitled and so awful, right? It makes you wonder how many times she has abused her power in her office.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If she thinks she's above it and she thinks she's special, think of how many, I just wonder, I mean, I don't know, but I wonder how many times she has abused her power.
Yeah.
And
gross. Unfortunately, the office of the Attorney General is investigating this.
Okay.
She's a Democrat appointee. I mean, she's a Democrat. I mean, who knows what actual consequences she'll face? But that video is happy karma for me because,
me too.
You can suck it. What, Devin?
Totally.
Hag.
What an awful Democrat entitled brat.
Yeah, just the worst, man.
God.
In Everybody Can Have a Podcast news, Ashley St. Clair, who you may remember from such things as getting knocked up by Elon Musk.
That's right.
And then complaining about the millions of dollars that he gave her not being enough. She has decided that she is destitute, essentially, and now is starting a podcast. Here is just the intro of it. Enjoy.
Well, after a year of unplanned career suicide, many questionable life choices, and a gap in my LinkedIn profile that cannot legally be explained, I've decided to start a podcast. Not because anybody asked, but because statistically speaking, it was either this or join an MLM. So here we are. And unlike your Ben Shapiro's or your Megyn Kelly's, I'm not starting this because I think my big brain thoughts and my podcast mic are the greatest gift to humanity. I actually think I have the worst ideas. So consider everything out of my mouth a cautionary tale. Also, I'm getting evicted, and Polymarket offered me $10,000 to do an ad read. So with that, the roof over my head has been brought to you by Polymarket. God bless Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market, where you can place bets on who's going to win the midterms, whether Trump will release the Epstein files, or how many posts Elon Musk is going to send in a day. So thank you, Polymarket. All right, now that I have sold out in the first 60 seconds, which honestly feels appropriate, like the right tone given the allegations, we're gonna jump right into this. This is Bad Advice with Ashley St. Clair. Take it or leave it. Probably leave it.
So that just gives you a little taste. It was a half an hour long, and it's been viewed well over 1 million times already.
It just makes me sick, Mock. It makes me sick. It's been viewed. She'll probably get a gajillion followers. And she's like, I hate this. I don't want to do it. And then here we are. We've been doing this for 17 years. You know what I mean? And we put our blood, sweat, and tears into it. And she's like, I think podcasting is stupid. I'm going to do it. Oh, by the way, I'm getting offered $10,000 for I just, where's karma here? You know what I mean?
I mean, if she is really as destitute as she is, I mean, I guess she's had some karma this
Why
past
can't
year.
she budget the millions that he gave her? Why can't she budget that? If somebody gave me $1 million, I would be set for life.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's unbelievable. These chicks,
they grow accustomed to a certain lifestyle, I guess.
And it's demoralizing to the people who actually do this for a living. Like, we did radio for 8 years. That pisses me off.
Someone's going to see
I shouldn't do this on the air, but it makes me mad. It makes me really mad.
Someone's going to see that and see how unproduced it is, that she's sitting like on a hotel bed, and they're going to say, come be with us. We'll give you a platform and a studio and all the things and all the bells and whistles, and it'll be super popular. I guarantee it. That's how it works.
And am I supposed to be happy about that? I'm supposed to be happy about that.
I mean, if you guys want to watch some Bad Advice, then you're welcome for that.
Anyway.
All right, we need good things, and we do have good things, especially this video making fun of the whole gerrymandering hullabaloo. This just cracked me up. Here it is.
You said I need to start taking care of myself.
You are absurd.
So I'm marking what is mine.
You're gerrymandering the apartment.
It doesn't even make sense. These are my highly frequented areas. This is my chair.
God.
This chair was promised to my family 30 years ago.
We bought it off Facebook Marketplace last month. This is ridiculous. I mean, come on, you gerrymandered the TV.
Just the Netflix icon. That's my ex-girlfriend's account. I still have the login.
You don't need to do the chips.
You've eaten my food before.
This is leading into my room.
That's an annex. All right, don't look at it. Come on.
Are you kidding me?
What?
The lotion? What is that?
Okay, that's where I sit.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Hey, babe. Chris is marking his territory in the apartment.
Oh, it's so weird.
Hey, what the hell is that? Son of a bitch! That's my girlfriend!
I'm looking to redistrict it!
That's so great. That is really great.
Oh my God, it cracked me up. Also, I don't know if Greg is like this, but Ron, my husband, who hates talking on the phone at all, but unfortunately has to do it quite a bit with his job. He is incapable, I say, of staying seated when he's on the phone.
Oh, Greg.
He has to pace.
Greg can stay seated.
Really?
He'll like put his feet up and like, oh yeah, he can do that. Yep.
Oh my God. So Ron, he's
a mover.
All over the place. Oh my God. He cannot sit still when he's on the phone, which means that I don't think that this would work on him. But a family decided that they were going to punk their dad, essentially, who was on the phone and who was seated, very chill, talking on the phone.
That's Greg. Yeah.
And some people who are on the phone are distractible enough that if they're having a conversation and you, as an outsider, hand them an object, they will just take it without question, right? Because they're just on the phone and they're not thinking.
Right. Yeah.
So this family decided to see how far the limits of that would be tested with their dad, and here's what happened.
You just plan on doing that, coming over on that Thursday. We're actually inviting our linemen over too, and we'll do, just little competitions, little fun games, little relays and stuff like that with the linemen as well.
So him.
Okay, what time, coach? Heck, I'm on vacation right now, so I don't have my calendar. If I told you anything, it wouldn't. Short of me calling the coach, may still be in Homerville. I'm up on vacation, but plan on it.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't take all that with me, and I don't. But I got a calendar at home. Can I just call you either Sunday afternoon or Monday morning and give you the times and all the information on it? Absolutely. Let me ask you this. Most likely will it be?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. It'll be in the morning. No question. It'll be in the morning.
He's a teddy bear. He's like dog leash? What? I love it. What's next? He's got so much crap in his hand. I love it.
Yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay. Yes, sir. That'll be fine. Like I said, I'll call you. If I don't get back before I get in sometime Sunday afternoon, if I don't call you that afternoon, obviously when I'm at practice Monday morning, I'll call you with all the details. And then it's on that Thursday, the 10th, that next week. Okay, thank you.
He's oblivious.
What are you doing?
That's so Greg. Greg would do the exact same thing. He'd be like, but he would be like, what the hell are you doing? That's what he would have done at the end of that. He wouldn't have been.
But like, what if it was back in his work days, like, and he couldn't like say what the F are you doing?
He would have done what that guy did. He would have said, "What are you doing?" But to us, he would be like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" That's what he would ask us. We'd be like, "Nothing."
That was the greatest. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's so great. I love it. I may have to try that with him. I may have to try it just to see how far we can go.
All right. And then lastly, you sent this to me. I just absolutely love it because Ron is such a huge fan of Michael McDonald. You guys, it's the reason for my name today.
I love it.
And we are obsessed with yacht rock. It's all we ever listen to when we're in the car.
The greatest, right?
And every yacht rock song either is Michael McDonald or has him on background vocals. Like that's just a rule.
I mean, you have to.
So this video that you sent me is of this guy narrating his wife's activities as Michael McDonald.
I have to be friends with this guy immediately.
When you're on a noise, so she'll check it out. There is a man in the tree.
I love it.
Tree. Doggies get a treat. Cheryl's a nosy neighbor. I can't forget what happened in June. I can't forget if the dog's getting groomed. Every time I look, every time I check my calendar.
She's totally unaffected. I would be laughing my ass off.
I died. I love that so much. Oh my God. I love it so much.
Every time June comes around, I'm gonna be singing that. I keep forgetting what
I did back in June.
Yeah. If the dog's getting groomed. That's the greatest, you guys.
So good. So good. All right, we have a couple of thank yous from yesterday from the Ball Pit crew. I think one was actually from here, and we just missed it by the skin of our teeth. And it was just a thank you from Melissa Tuttle 3013. Thank you very much for that. And then number one, Indiana Dad said, "Take my money just to hear Daisy say balls."
Balls. Big hairy balls.
They knew you would comply.
Always.
Over on Locals, Roth Lady Wright says, "Good morning, chicks. Always praising Jesus for you and this family. Please say a few prayers for me and my kids. Daughter Lexi is starting 7th grade and is in the middle of trying out right this minute for the final cut of the volleyball team. She plays competitive club, but you never know with schools. Jackson, my son, had his first day of college yesterday. After dropping him off, I might have stayed in the bed in the fetal position for a day or two, and there might have been tears." I can only imagine. That is a tough thing to do for sure.
It's so tough.
Audrey Krause 5 says, "Remember when Georgia Maloney was leading Biden back when he was wandering off in that field, right?
Yes.
Now she sees a real president in Donald Trump. Thank God for him. He is the GOAT."
Mm-hmm.
And then Roth Lady Right Again said, "Yesterday, I finally decided to take advantage of the empty closet, moved all my shoes, accessories, and jeans into it. Feeling much better now. Nothing like more closet space to get over a kid leaving. Finally, on a little more serious note, my nephrologist found a blood clot in my arm fistula, and they are taking measures to remove it. So far, nothing's working. It's gotten very painful, and I'm having other symptoms that aren't great. Please pray that they figure that out fast."
Who was that? Who was that again?
Roth Lady Right.
Roth Lady Right. Everybody's got to pray for her.
Yeah, for sure. Now you.
Okay, let's see who we got here. We got MJ Homestead, Living Our Dream 4436. Fun fact, I was watching Steve Doocy on Fox and Friends, who's in Beaufort, South Carolina this morning. His son, Peter Doocy, was married about 15 minutes from there. Now go slay the day, jerks.
Where did he get married? I did not know that. I wonder where that was that they got married.
I know, we got to know. So that way, when Jackson and Gwen get married one day, they can get married there.
That's right. That's right.
We need to know. Donna Boyd, thank you for that super sticker. Robin Dye. Listeners, don't make fun of Zelensky's height. It's non-volitional and cheap shot. Make fun of the volitional. There's lots of material there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Paula Johnson, 1498. Sorry, Mock, I do not agree. Mail-in voting must go all at once. Absentee voting will remain and is the alternative because they must be requested.
I listen, I'm totally with you. I'm just saying the way that it gets done cannot just be executive order because of how easily that is undone and made worse.
Right.
It's not that I want mail-in ballot.
It sets the precedent for another administration, but hopefully there won't be a Democrat administration anytime soon.
Exactly.
That's the hope, right? Bo Mama 8, the Demeroids don't want Trump in office. They just want a Democrat to do what Trump is doing. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Because they have
exactly.
TDS. It's total TDS. Juan Felipe MV. Hi, chicks. Newsom is dreamy. Freddy Krueger dreamy. They even look alike. A burning hot mess, just like LA going up in flames. That's right. Terry Ray Nick, 6070. Good morning, chicks. After that email, I wanted to let you know that I agree with every word that Mia said. That's so sweet.
Aww.
Thank you. That was a great email. Oh my God. Keep
So
that
good.
forever. Terry Rainick, 6070. You two are a touchstone and you have made me laugh, cry, and forced me to research things whether I want to or not. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for being here, Terry. Kristen Gates, 1223. My 18-year-old bought me a shirt from Target that says, "As long as I'm black, I'm historic." I'm so very white. I wear it every chance I get. The looks I get are hysterical. So fun. Jasmine can suck it. That is the greatest. That is the greatest.
Fantastic.
I love that. Team Media and Publishing. Regarding the left, especially the MSN, always going against everything Trump does, no matter what. They are like most of the movie Monsters, Inc. Fear sells unless they're found out. We won't buy it, but they still won't sell laughter because they have no sense of humor. It's so true.
That was very generous, by the way.
It was. Thank you so much, Team Media Publishing. Thank you.
And we just got two more from Venmo, from Colleen W., who said, "Boots on the ground in the form of U.S. bases in foreign countries like in South Korea is actually a phenomenal solution for regional stability. If applied in Ukraine, we would face a slightly increased risk, but we would gain regional access for deterrence and intelligence gathering. When not at war, there is little difference between soldiers in Kyiv and soldiers at Fort Hood, except that their simple existence makes leaders like Putin think twice. It's not a bad idea." I mean, I see the value of that as well.
Really solid comment. Really solid. Yeah.
Indeed. Should we bring it in before gifts?
Yeah, I've got some gifts that I want to share with people.
Same.
I got some really lovely gifts. So let's bring it in real quick. And if you don't want to stick around for that, you can skedaddle, start your day. You guys. And okay, you want to go first?
I have, I think, fewer because your birthday's coming up. So I'll just do mine real quick?
Well, that's all right.
Okay, so just really quickly, Jim and Brenda Bonema sent me 2 t-shirts, which are super cute, and they sent a Sonic gift card. This is a cute t-shirt with boots.
I got them too. I got the
You
gift
got the
card
same
too.
ones?
I got the gift card from Jim and Brenda, and I can show mine at the same time you're showing yours. Here, I'll do that.
Okay, all right, do
I
that.
got some cute t-shirts. Look at my t-shirts. Jim and Brenda, so cute. Look at this one. Look at this one.
Ooh, I love that.
Not today, Heifer. Not today.
And then super cute.
And I love this one too. It's so cute.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you
Super cute.
Seriously, thank you so much. And Sonic gift card, you guys. I'm all about the tots. Thank you.
Heck yeah.
So sweet.
And then from Melanie Lang, she sent this itsy bitsy teeny tiny.
I got that too.
Rare quilt.
It's
along
so
with
sweet.
2 handmade bookmarks, which are super cool. Love that.
I absolutely love it. And this has a little cross in it. I don't know if you can see. There's a tiny little cross. You put it in your pocket and you can hold on to the cross. I love that.
And say a little prayer.
The absolute sweetest thing, Melanie. Thank you so much. I will have that with me all the time. Thank you.
And then Stroke Jen got me this flamingo. She just said it was me. And so, and you have an orange cat.
I got my orange cat. Jen. Thank you so much.
Stroke Jen. Okay, that's all from me. So
okay, and then I got 3 more things that I can show people. I know that I kind of impeded on yours, but I figured since we got
No, it's great.
This one I got from I have no idea who. Okay, but it's the S word, and it's basically it's instead of the word shit, it's shirt. And it's all through let me just get my shirts together. You know what I mean? It's all that. I have some really good shirts and I have no idea who sent this to me. So whoever sent this to me, thank you.
Fess up.
Let me know. Thank you so much for this. Okay. And then Bargersville Donna Jones. She went to there's this place called Tavi Boutique in Franklin, Indiana, which I used to actually go to. She got me this. I love this. It went out of business. It used to be it was a boutique that went out of business. They did all these really cool philanthropic things. But isn't this cute?
Ooh, that's so you.
It's so me. It's a little turtleneck, and I love it. And it's so soft. I will wear the crap out of this. So you totally know my style.
Perfect gift. Donna's the Ella dog watcher.
I love it. Thank you so much. I love that. It's my size. It's perfect. Thank you. I will wear that in the fall. I love it so much. And then this is from Becky Lewis, and I just love it so much. It's a Yeti. And look, it says Texas Strong on it. It's the perfect size. I absolutely love it. My husband wants to steal it, and I'm not going to let him because it's mine.
That's
so
right.
I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all the gifts. You're so thoughtful and just
best community ever.
Right? Thank you. It's such a joy, being able. I go to the post office and she's like, "I got a bucket of stuff for you," and I'm like, "Why? We're dorks, you know." So thank you very, very much. We really, really appreciate it. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.
Okay.